Hey, what's up, kid organic? I'm about to try and make this at least 10 minutes. Try to. But so I'm going to use their actual name. I'm not going to refer to me as mother and father, aunt, and uncle, because they don't deserve that. So the first time I were physically abused was when I was in there taking a bath, was supposed to be taking a bath, and he asked me. I remember this. This is back when I was in middle school. And I was staying in Jonesboro, Georgia, and he came home because me and my stepbrother and my stepmother at the time. Her name was Mary. He got married. He got married to another woman, and Roddy asked me did I take a bath, and I was like, well, no, I was playing with water, right? Instead of him saying, well, go ahead and take a bath because you gotta get ready for school in the morning. Guess what this Pussycat Negro had to say, trying to keep it at least PG-13 or PG as much as possible. He went in there and got a extension cord, had me from the radio, and hit me on my arm, hit me on my leg. Mind you, I still got water on me, and Mary had told him to stop because she seen like the marks and bruises on my arms and legs. So he had me stay home from school for I won't say a week, but it's like a few weeks. I mean, a few days, not weeks, a few days. And when I did go back to school, I had a teacher by the name of Silva, and she was the sister that taught on special education. And I remember I just got to school early in the morning, and she seen me in the hallway, and she asked me, what's that on your arm? So I told her what happened. So what she did, she took me first she reached out for my arm. She took me to one of the rooms, one little conference area where teachers meet up and that. And she asked me right then and there. She said, "What happened?" I told her what happened. So I didn't know she called the house until I got back home from school. Yeah, it's not a home; it's a house. He got pissed off because she said, "Why did you?" He asked me, "Why did I tell her?" As if I wasn't supposed to say a damn thing. But whatever that sister said to him, he was pissed off about it. Now I know you're gonna say, well, why didn't your stepmother say anything? No, call the police and stuff like that. That's a big question on her, and she will be able to tell you that what she's seen too. It happened at nighttime. Had to be no more about what's to say about what 9 o'clock. So it's too early when this happened, and then my at as we go through life, I started moving around. I went back to stay with my brother, who his I can say that's his father, but he's not my father. His name was Junior. Well, William Junior. We call him Junior because his dad is the senior, and they would have all these juniors in the family. So many juniors in that family don't make no damn sense. But anyways, um, I got into with his dad and Sherry. Now I'm pretty sure you probably said, "Who Sherry is?" Like I said, I'm not gonna give her that title. She don't deserve that title. But I got into with my brother's dad and got in with somebody who's supposed to be the protector and provider of Sherry. That's her name, Sherry. And I had to fight not only him, but I had to fight her. Even I got into it with my brother a lot of times because he would try on my clothes. and I would fuss at him and want to fight him for pulling my clothes. After he specifically asked me, "Can I wear the clothes?" I told him, "No, you can't wear them." So he would go behind my back and put on my clothes, and I would have to go looking for him because I wanted to wash the clothes. So this fool will put on my dirty clothes and leave the house by spraying some damn cologne, some Axe spray, technically body spray at that point. To and knowing that that T-shirt was soaking wet because I was sweating in it. So I'll go back and tell Sherry, well, you need to tell your son or his son stop wearing my shit. And she said, well, he your brother, he can wear it. I don't give a damn. Don't wear my shit. So after we go back and forth with it, she said, well, I told her Jane not to do. I told him don't put that. This fool had the nerve to not only wear my shirt, but took my shorts and my jeans. And what really pissed me off when he took my shit because he will sag his pants and my button will come off. And I told her about that the same exact day that I got him back. He shouldn't be wearing my stuff. And I bought those clothes. So I would get into it with him and had to fight him. I'll get into it with Sherry. I'll get into it with William, which is his dad. Oh man, you understand. During that time I was in that house, that's what I was only giving 3 people in there. But if it wasn't his son, I got into it with William, which is his dad, and I got into it with Sherry. She would, when I'm taking a shower, she would literally look under the bathroom door to see if I am taking a shower or something. So one afternoon, I had just took a shower. I was about to leave out. I was going to walk somewhere. Was it Saturday? I believe it was Saturday. I was going to a comic book shop where gamers go and play, games and Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff like that, and read comic books. And she had the nerve to be looking under the door. When I opened it, she was down there looking and said, I just want you. I'm like, no, why the hell? I asked her, what the fuck are you doing? You don't supposed to be looking under the door. That shit nasty hell. Why would you look under the door? Well, I'm gonna make sure you taking a shower. I am taking a shower. She was saying, oh, I hear that water running. It ain't got shit to do with you. I'm in the shower. That's none of your business. What I'm doing in the shower. And the door is locked. And I found out that she was down there looking under the damn door to see if I was in the shower. So we end up getting into it. She tried to grab me and hit me with a damn umbrella. So I grabbed it. I told her that I will beat your ass. You don't put your hands on me. That's one thing you will not do, is put your hands on me. Try to hit me with a damn umbrella. Not to mention the umbrella was my neighbor's umbrella. And ever since then, I never gave him back the umbrella because she messed it up trying to hit me with it. So, going through that piece I went through that for a very long time with William and Sherry and June. Not to mention when she moved out the house, and we had moved to I would say Atlanta. We was like within driving or walking distance Greenbrier Mall. We stayed in these new apartments that just got built. And guess what this Negro did? Junior. Remember, I said I got into a lot of fights with him because he would wear my shit. This nigga pulled a bitch move. And what do I mean by that? Is that he would get mad at me because I took back the game that I bought with my money. So, guess what he did? He grabbed my CD. He grabbed the back of it and he keyed it. I said he keyed the game. He keyed the whole backside of the disc. So I was so heated. I called my aunts and them, my cousins, and to tell them what going on. My, my aunt was like, "Well, this tri-step will start his way." No, I said, "No, no, he keep my game. I'm pissed off." So I called my cousin, and he was like, "Shit, all you gotta do is put him on his back." How? And I'm pretty sure you're gonna ask, "What did you call Sherry?" I did. She was at work, and this were her exact words. Don't you be doing that in my goddamn apartment? Don't be tearing up my apartment. I'm like, this motherfucker scratched the back of my game, and you worrying about your damn apartment? Well, we was, oh boy, you oh not that you were on. I was that whole week couldn't do nothing about it because she couldn't check this dumbass little boy because William, which is that, will let that boy get away with anything he want and don't give a damn about it. But if it's me, he got a problem with it. If I bring in company, he gets pissed off. Well, then until y'all can't no company. But your son brought company in. I don't see you checking him. Your son having sex in the house. You don't say shit to him. Your son eating food. You don't say shit to him. Your son take bath, take showers. You don't say shit to him. Your son is also brushing his teeth. Not one word. But comes to me, I can't eat the food. You eat up all the food. What the hell I don't? Who drink up all my drink? That drink's not drunk. I drank just a little bit of that drink. No, no more than what 2 cups. That's it. Well, you need to buy your own damn cup, buy your own damn food. Well, tell your son the same thing. He don't want he did not want to hear that because I was checking his ass. I was like, so I told him straight up. I called him a pussy right there and there. I'm like, you a pussy, dude. Like you can't check your son, but you gonna try to chastise me. No, that's not how we gonna get down. If you gonna check your son, if you gonna check me, make sure that everyone follows rules, not just me. So every time I bring him up, he will sit there and be quiet. Well, I don't give a damn about what well. The rules is if you're gonna say no one brings company, that goes for all people. If you so therefore he would do that. Then he will say that I don't run the water bill up. I'm like, no, I'm not. Everybody uses water. He could not take responsibility, and he called. And I have literally got into fights with him in that house. Damn near almost fell down on one of the stairs because he was trying to grab me. When I say I was fighting, I was fighting. That's all I did was fight and argue every single day, night, morning. Don't matter which season it is. Don't matter which holiday it is. Don't matter which year it is. I was hollering and fighting 24 fucking 7 all the damn time. So not mentioning that that's what I was going through, right? I end up getting in touch with Roddy. Roddy was like, well look, we're going to travel, so we gonna come pick you up. You're gonna travel. So I can see I can see the world. Get out of Georgia for a minute. So I remember we were from Georgia to Arizona. Surprise, Arizona. And I remember that I remember it was one morning I got up for school because the day before I losing my phone. So I using my stepbrother phone. His mom name is Tanya. And I use his phone, so These fools were keeping tabs on his phone. Like who's what were you Verizon? They were keeping tabs. He was on his phone because I had said, well, I actually like he asked what your phone. I said no for a second. And I said, well, yeah. So what he did, he is whatever I said no, then I said yeah, then I said yeah, because his phone went off. So I finally said, so guess what he did after he found out? He This bastard came into my room. Remind you, I was already clothed and about to get ready to go to school. Get ready to walk out there and go catch the bus. This pussy ass little boy punched me in my stomach. Because at first I had lied to him, but then I said, nah, I'm just going to tell him, yeah, I use his phone. And he went to the phone, looked it up, because how do I know he did this? Because this is not the first time that he did that. Looking, see who I was texting or if I use somebody's phone. But if we live in Arizona, I went to Surprise, Arizona. And I mean, no, the school I went to was Will Canyon High School. That's in Arizona. Surprise, the city I was in was Surprise, Arizona, but the school I went to in that city was Willow Canyon. And ever since then, I said, okay, so you're gonna put your hands on it regardless, whether I tell you the truth or lie to you anyway. It don't matter. You still gonna put your hands on it. So after I finished my high school year in Arizona, we end up well, I ended up staying with my aunt Lynn in Georgia, because she had just moved there, got an apartment, and they ended up giving me a ticket from to go to from Georgia to go to Maine, but my flights went to was it Boston? Yeah, went to Boston. They took me to Maine. They drove up there, right? And doing up then now when it went from Boston to Maine, everything was fine. I just didn't have nothing to do. But what happened next is when I went to North Carolina. We stayed in Burlington with some apartments because Tanya, which is his wife, had her job. She was a nurse, was it? Or she was a doctor, one of them. I can't remember. But she worked in the hospital. And that job had her traveling from state to state. So we went from Maine to North Carolina. And when we was in North Carolina, this fool had the nerve to not check his so-called wife, Tanya. Why do I say that? Me, me and her got into a little bit of a argument. Was out with her, and I was at what was it? Were we at the grocery store? I believe we went to a grocery store to get some food, and it was something that was said something, and she had the nerve. Trust me, when I say she had this light skin bitch had the nerve to, when we get back to the apartment, and have me clean up everything because I had confronted her about something that she did or said. So now I know you can say, well, why did you go to right? I did. Like, this before I'm gonna get to him. I went to him and let him know that, hey, you know, she's upset because I had an opinion about something and said something about that and I didn't do anything wrong. This is why to this day I still see him as a pussy ass little boy, because he was like, well, it don't matter. Okay, you just know she wasn't wrong. She wasn't wrong. She wasn't wrong. Yes, the fuck she was. She was wrong. Remind you, I'm 18 years old. Like, how the hell you gonna tell me what's wrong? Like, she wasn't wrong. So she had me clean up the bathroom, vacuum the floor. She had me clean up the kitchen, even though it was really no dishes in there. But wherever, she's a woman clean up anyway. Wiping down the table, vacuum, doing all that. Then, so after all that, he said, these were his ever. He's talking about if you ever do anything to my wife, one thing, I will kill you. I'm like, first off, I never threatened her. So I was like, fuck it. I just had to get out the apartment. Like I literally got out of the window and go around just to get away. And I went to the police, and police, these certain police officers don't have that mindset. They was like, I forgot what the lady said, how the threat. I told them that I was threatened, and it was something. Anyways, the officer was on code with Roddy. The way the threatening was going on. So she didn't do anything. So I leave everything. Check. When I say I actually try to tell people, I try to tell people a lot of stuff. I try to tell as many people over and over. People didn't have time to listen, or they listen, but then they want to give their opinion, but they didn't really, and people knew that I was going through this for a very, very long time, back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. Not to mention, I got bullied out in the house and outside of the house, schools and everything. So I was also told not to fight. You know, like try to avoid altercation. Okay, so you don't want me to fight, but people can hurt me. People can steal from me, but you don't want me to fight. Do you understand how pissed off I am? Because they told me not to fight. Oh, pissed off, man. So after that, I came right back to William and Sherry house again. And William was talking about, well, this is what my brother's dad said when he found out about the incident. Um, he was talking about that must be his meal ticket. There's guys who don't want you to. I was like, I said I never threatened a damn girl. I never said nothing disrespect to her. But you want to threaten me, telling me if I do anything to her or anything, I will kill you. Okay, I remember that. But what he don't know is that the day I see you again, it's gonna be me and you, bro. Ain't gonna be no talking. So and not to mention, I went from dysfunctional household to dysfunctional household. Now you go say, so what about your aunts? They're dysfunctional too. So I don't count them as anybody. It's feel like I was the only, honestly, I was like the only grown person, even at the age of 15, at the age of 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, so all the way up to 31 is when he got me evicted at 31, and then now I'm 32. Because I told him I'm not taking that shit anymore. You're not gonna just disrespect me and tell me what I can do, or what I can't do, but your son is okay. You're not gonna tell me that no, you can't do none of these things, but you don't want to check your son. Your son has put a hole in the wall, and all you can do is yell at him. Because some girl looked in his phone when they got back from drinking, and he was supposed to be asleep, and they was in there fighting. So she looked at his phone and see he was talking to another female or texting. And he woke up, they were arguing, fighting there, and he came out the room and just punched the wall. Now normally you would think that if he was an actual father, you would have told that boy, oh hell no, you gonna get out of my house for that. You ain't gonna be pushing the walls, man. No, he literally yelled and didn't do nothing. He like the very next day he went and got some what was it? Some kind of sheetrock thing or whatever you put on the wall to cover up holes and they sand it down with like some kind of cement on it. To this day, that hole's still there. You can still see it, and he still haven't. And he gets in arguments with his son. They'll yell this and that. And his exact words will be to himself, "You know what you can do. You know what you can do." Like, but you're not gonna put him out. But you won't put me out. He punched the wall. He punched the mailbox. But you don't threaten to put him out. Nah, you won't do that. You ain't gonna threaten to put him out. No. Then you say, well, you got. Now I know you're gonna ask this question. Well, do you have other family besides the ones that you have to argue and fight with? I do, but I won't call them family because they did the same exact things. Because um, they the person who I went to like a mental. It's supposed to be like a mental health thing. They did me what's called what they call it, reinvigoration, something like that, and they will ask me questions and what's going on. And one of the ladies was like, PTSD. I didn't know what PTSD was until they told me. Oh, that's what he said. Yeah, she asked me. He has PTSD. She typed it up on her computer, and then ever since then I said that's true. I do have PTSD because the more I think about it, it pisses me off. It triggers my dystonia. It really does. I try to stay calm. I try not to let them get to me. I try to stay out of the heat. I try to eat certain foods and certain candy. Well, I can eat food, but like chocolate, I can't have Coke because it would trigger because that's caffeine. So I can have tea unless it's caffeine free. So you know, I would get headaches that can trigger it, but it doesn't trigger. That's rare that it triggers. I just get a headache and it goes away, or I take a pill and take it. But the stuff I was going through made it so bad that it affected my health because now I'm starting to choke on my tongue, and that's why I sent you those links to read it. And one of those links about dystonia, it tells you it messes with your voice, it messes with your face, your jaws, and it also said it messes with your tongue. That's why I sent you all those links so you can read it now. So that's what they were telling you. So when so it will not only that I was doing that, they would his dad was took my bed out of the room and took it down there and threw it away. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. So he took the bed. I said, okay, go ahead, take the bed. I'm gonna give it to him. Take the bed. And I was sleeping on the carpet now. Now you guys say, was everybody sleeping on the carpet? No, no, there was not. It was just me. And you know, he was like pissed off because I kept checking him. And reason why I ended up getting asthma because I was always sleeping on the carpet. I had covers down there and sheets, but along I stuck down there with all the dust and everything. I was sneezing back and forth. I always had stuffy nose and I was sneezing and going back and you know that we got reading again to it again, and he tried to put he tried to put his hands on me again. We go back and forth. So the police was like, "Well, you can't do anything unless you convict him. So you gotta go take him to court." So that's what he did. He said, "Well, okay, you know what? Take you to court." So that's what happened. Now you can say, "Well, did the judge?" He said, "No, the judge was on his side the whole damn time." It was some white female was like, "Bam, okay, well, why do you leave? Why the hell do I need to leave?" He was trying to tell me he don't pay no bills. It's not my responsibility to pay your bills. It's not my responsibility to pay your water bill. That's what you're supposed to. I told him that straight up. I said that's your responsibility, not my responsibility. You don't talk to nobody else, but you always got an issue when it comes to me. You need to find something to do with your life. It's up bothering me. Then I got into it with some sellouts, like cousins, and I remember my cousin who was here, he ended up setting me up with some dude named Wop, and we don't fight him. I don't know why. I remember calling my phone one night. He was like, "Hey, yo, come to these apartments." I didn't know. I said, "Okay, cool." I came to the apartment. I'm thinking he's on some females, some girls gonna be out there. I end up finding this damn dude for no particular reason, and my cousin was sitting there watching. Not to mention, um, and my cousin Nick, he go by the name Dede. I know, right? Friday. Well, he's definitely fixed that damn stereotype. But he ended up setting me up with that dude, and I was pissed off. So I ended up calling his mom and she said, my son would touch you. He wants to touch you. He want. I'm like, but he just did. I got into a fight with some dude that I don't even know. So he won't do that. I said, okay. So I hang the phone up because I ain't got time. I ain't got time to argue with your fat ass on the phone all day. I mean, for the rest of the night. Then her name is Janet. We call her Feisty, but we call her Janet. And I'm in stand with them, you know, and her two daughters, and not to mention I had just got evicted because I was already staying on the streets already. And they'll come, so I need a blood station. They came pick me up, took me over to their apartment. Well, not apartment, it was a trailer. And the same thing that I was going through back then, I was going through in that trailer because how she would treat the girls and these two little girls, and they will cuss them out and everything, call them every name. Like one of them was like, "You the reason why I gotta do all this." I bust my, I'm like, she don't understand that girl, that baby don't have nothing to do with your life. She don't let that look. You fucked up your life, so you can't blame somebody else for that because she didn't ask to be here. Like she didn't realize that. Like, and I remember it was at night. And we were both arguing. And she called me again. Once again, her brother Dave come on, he trying to want to fight. Say, bro, don't be juice, don't disrespect mom. I'm like, no, she said something to me. Like all about to fight all of them in that damn trailer. I was gonna go in it. Not to mention, I had a knife on, so I could kill all of them in that damn deal. I could kill all of them in that trailer right then and there. I go took out my three cousins and his mom. Well, in their mother. Like he lived with, he thought he was a big man. I'm like, he don't know that if you were ran up, I would have killed you. I got a knife on you, dude. Like you not gonna win. So he, what I'm saying, these are backstabbers. People who we call sellouts. The ones that are not mothers, they're not fathers, they're not aunts, they're not grandmothers. They're not uncles and granddads. Like these are literally people who are dysfunctional in your life. So these are the dysfunctional backgrounds because even though Tony, which is as we talked about, crystal swirls, those are the things that I was going through the same way he was going through, and there's